Hi and welcome to this tutorial. Today we'll be talking about how to find journal articles. Being in the foundation year, you won't have too many assignments. However, for those of you who do have a couple this semester and next, this tutorial should help you find some of those journal articles around a lot of the public health courses you may have to encounter. So we begin with your Griffith portal. It's always a good place to start. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into the library website. From here, we're going to go to a database called Web of Science. So in the library search resources catalog bar at the bottom, if you just type in Web of Science, and because it is a database, we actually want to not do an all search, but we actually just want to go to the database bit here. So if we hit go, it will take us to the results page of this. So Web of Science is a database that has thousands and thousands of journals on there. Not only that, it's got a quick link to the abstracts, and even sometimes it has a link to the journals themselves. So it's a really helpful and useful tool to use when looking for journal articles. So we just click on the Web of Science link, and then that will lead us onto the export page. So once we're here, you just click on the online link here. Now, if you're working from home and you're not actually on campus, you may be prompted to enter in your student ID and password, and this allows you access to Web of Science externally from home. So this is the Web of Science, and as you can see, there's a couple of really cool features with it. So it actually trumps Google, Google Scholar, and maybe PubMed for its usability. So one thing in particular that is quite useful is with the search bars, you can actually search from topics to the titles to even the authors. So for example, there's topic fishing and sustainability. You may need to do an essay on that. And so what you could do is for your topic, you might put in fishing. And then what we can actually do is we can add another search field. So this looks in conjunction with the topic of fishing, and then we can go for sustainability. So another really cool thing about the Web of Science is if you just wanted the recent, most relevant sort of journal articles, or just the recent ones, you can actually specify what years. So for now, I'm just going to leave it as is and hit search. So not too bad. We've got about 2,375 searches, or results from this search, I should say. Now, that's not too bad, but some of these are a bit like, okay, well, you know, shark bycatch, and then some of these other ones aren't so specific. Now, if we go back to the search, what we can actually do is, instead of being fishing and sustainability in the topic, let's say, hey, I want the word fishing and I want the word sustainability to actually be in the title. So now it's searching for all those journal articles that actually have fishing and sustainability in the same title. And so it actually narrows it down to now 91 results, which isn't too bad. It's a bit more manageable. Now, the very first thing I like to do is use this filter here where it says sort by publication date. So this is going to be the standardized sort of stock standard sort of way it sorts journal articles. Now, while newest to oldest is pretty good, I actually like to search time cited highest by lowest. So time cited means how many times other people have used this publication in their own research. So the more times it's cited, the more it seems sort of relevant and important to other people. Now, this first one that comes up, it's been cited 246 times. And it's got fishery sustainability via the production, of fish populations. That's pretty good. So that seems like a pretty good sort of paper to go in on. Now, the good thing about Web of Science is if you actually click on the journal article itself, it leads you straight to the abstract, probably 90 to 95% of the time. So it saves you actually having to go looking up the journal, looking up the abstract, seeing if it's important or not. And so in the abstract, you can just sort of read what it's about. It's a brief summary. And so, okay, this might not be a bad sort of paper. Now, I'll do another tutorial about how to actually find these if they're not on Web of Science, but I'll just show you a couple of really nifty sort of little options that you have that's available from this page. So for some people, referencing is quite important. And for those lucky enough to have used EndNote and are familiar with EndNote, you can actually export this reference to your EndNote library. So what that does is it gets the title, the authors, the publication name, the volume issue, all this information, even the abstracts, and it exports it to your EndNote library. And from there, you can actually import it into your Microsoft Word document. Now, the really cool thing about this one as well is the 234 times cited, if you can open that in a new window. And what that does is you can actually see what other papers have cited this paper. So the good thing about that is okay, here we have a paper that's really sort of relevant to what you're doing. So by looking at the ones that have cited this, they're going to be kind of related to that as well. So not only can you see the ones that have cited this paper, you can actually see who this person has cited as well in their actual publication. So sometimes when you look through journal articles, you see that there's some really good information that they've used that other people have published. So instead of searching for it again, you can actually go to who they've cited. And again, you've got their information here, and then you can sort of click on sort of this one here. It's been cited 41 times. And if you click on that link, it takes you to that abstract. So it's a good way to sort of branch out and to find more journal articles. Okay, so I'm going to do another search now, and this time I'm going to search for diabetes as a national health issue within Australia. So this is typically a very typical question you might get in a public health course, such as health challenges of the 21st century. So here we're going to type in diabetes, and then because you want it national, you want to then go Australia. And again, I always like to do a title search first, and if that doesn't give many results, then I'll then drop down to the topic search and get something that's a bit more broad. And so topic search is for something that's within maybe the abstract or the body of the actual publication or the paper, whereas title, you're actually looking for it specifically within the title. Again, it's sorting from newest to oldest, so I'm going to go to time cited, highest to lowest, because there's about 230 in this result. So here we go, we've got some pretty good publications now that are coming up, and again, it's been cited a fair few times for a lot of these. Now, sometimes with some articles, it could look at it from, say, a very scientific point of view, and you actually want to look at it from a public health point of view. And sometimes you want to actually filter out those results that aren't specific to what you want to look at. So, for example, here you can actually go into the research areas and say, well, I actually want to look at it from a public health point of view, maybe from a nutrition and dietetics point of view. And then when you hit refine, it actually gets rid of all those other ones that might be maybe a little bit too sciencey, that may focus on genetics, that may focus on something that you're not actually interested to look at. So again, that narrows it down from 200 and something to about 88 searches now. A lot of the times also you can go into the document types. Now, a lot of the sources you will be using are journal articles that are just publications that are based on research. However, there's another type of article you can look up, which is a review article. And what reviews do, they actually look at several different individual sort of journal and research articles, and they'll get like a common theme, and they'll combine those themes together and give you like a good sort of standpoint of where the literature resides. So review articles are always a good place to start and to begin with, and to give you sort of like ideas, particularly if you're getting stuck with oh, I don't know where to take this assignment, or I don't know which direction to go in. Because a lot of the times, review articles sort of point you and guide you into the general consensus of what that field is thinking. Now, that being said, review articles don't always get it right. So that's when critical thinking comes into play. And so if you disagree with some things, you will need to have evidence and journal articles to back up what you are saying. So again, this narrows it down to one search, and we may have gone a bit too far with the searches, so then you might have to sort of back it up and then do the search again. So that's a quick sort of tutorial on how to find journal articles using Web of Science. Again, it's just been one of my favorite sort of databases to use, primarily because of ease of use, how quickly you can actually find relevant journal articles and journal articles that are really specific to what you're asking. So, you can add multiple fields, as many as you want. You can change from title to topic to author, even like the date of publication and that kind of stuff. So I'll quickly touch on also how to actually find the journal article. So once we have identified which one we want, how to actually like download it and save it to like a PDF on your computer and that kind of stuff. So again, looking at diabetes and Australia, we'll both do a title search and we click search. Okay. So again, this time it saved the time cited highest to lowest, so we don't have to filter that out. Let's say that we wanted to find, let's say the second article was the one actually we wanted to get. Now, it's actually really good because Web of Science, what it does, it actually tells you if you can download it from the publisher straight away or if you have to find it yourself. So if it's got this full text from publisher link, it saves you all the hassle. All you have to do is click on that link and it takes you directly to the source. You don't have to go try to find it through the librarian system and that kind of stuff. So here we go. This it's in ophthalmology, and here we go. Here's the article with the aims, methods, abstract, that kind of stuff. If you wanted to download the full PDF, there's usually a download full text in PDF sort of link to most articles. You just click on that and you have the full PDF with you. Now, if it doesn't have the full text from publisher, for example, this one here, and you can only view the abstract, but you really wanted this sort of article, what you'll have to do is click on this find button. So if you actually click on the find button, it takes you to Griffith University, and it's actually not that difficult, not that much more difficult than what it is to find through the other sort of just quick link to the journal article itself. So what this does is it syncs with Griffith University and it searches its databases to see if this article is available. And lo and behold, what it does, it doesn't take you to the article itself, it takes you to the journal. So from here, you actually have to search the journal to try to find the article. So again, the best way is to probably go to the date first, so 2003, and it should have something like articles, previous articles, or something like that. Nope. Issues, here we go. So you want to go to previous issues. So, or past issues. So unfortunately, it's not going to be the same for every journal article. So what it might look like in the Medical Journal of Australia is going to be different to how Nature do it, or Science, or any other publication. So here you want to go to, what was it, 2003. So here we are in 2003. And now we want to go into issue number 9, volume 178. So 178, issue number 9, we click on this issue, and then we probably go to the page numbers 427. So we can go to 427, or we can just go the find. What's the title of this one? Overweight and obesity in Australia. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that, guys. It was right here in the first one. So, overweight and obesity in Australia, we click this link, and then it takes you to the journal article. So there's a bit more fiddling around to do if it's not available as full text in the Web of Science link, but it's not to say you can't find those journal articles. It just requires a bit of looking around. Although the usefulness of it all is that when you do click on that find button, it does take you to the Griffith Library website, and it takes you to sort of that external source, or that the publication's actual website. So here we go, and again there's like a download PDF link, so you can click on that to find your journal article, and then you can save the PDF, and then you can look at it at your own leisure. So those are the two ways you'll primarily use Web of Science, either to actually download the journal article and to actually read it. Again, ideally you want to kind of go to the ones that have got that sort of nice link that links directly to it. If not, that's fine. It'll probably take you an extra minute to find the journal article. So it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Don't let that deter you from finding a really good article. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you find this little sort of video, instruction video useful to your sort of journal article finding abilities. I've been Dr. Adnan Ahmetagic for Griffith University, and look forward to seeing you next time.